Hey, what's going? What's going? Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to Turo 365. I am your host, Sir Marcus L. I have been a Turo host for over a year now. And I always get a lot of questions about Turo once, people ask me what I do or I bring up the fact that I do Turo. They always flood me with questions. Always. Or you got time to talk and give me all information. I'm thinking about doing it, or I know somebody who did it, or what is Turo? There are actually people out there who still don't know what Turo is, so there's still a market for Turo to grow. And they always ask me, what is Turo? And how is it different from any other car rental place? Well, Turo is pretty much the Airbnb for cars. So regular, private, everyday people who are not a company, who are not a business, can rent out their cars for extra cash. Or maybe you got a car sitting in your driveway that you don't use, and you can put it on the Turo and you can rent it out and make some money. Or like me, you can be a full-time Turo host and pretty much it be your main source of income, or one of the main sources of income that you have. Turo is actually one of my main sources of income. I don't work a 9 to 5 or a regular job. I do have other sources of income and other businesses that I do run or invested in, but for the most part, Turo is what I do every day. And that's where you got the 365 from, Turo 365. I am open 365 days. I'm open every day, 24/7. I've had guests and clients book at 4 a.m., 3 a.m., 1 a.m., midnight, 8 a.m., 7 a.m., 5 a.m., 11:30 p.m., all times of the day. Pickups, drop-offs. So I'm open 24/7, 365. And I've been doing it for over a year now. So that's where I got the Turo 365 from. How do Turo differ from other car rental places? Where can you book a car last minute at 3 o'clock in the morning? I don't think Enterprise, Hertz, Dollar, Huffy Muffy. I don't think no regular business establishment rental car places allow you to book at any time. Anytime. And you can set up to where you can instantly book, and you can do a book. I've had bookings with only an hour to spare. And there are settings on Turo so you can push that buffer out as you need it, but this is my full time, you know what I'm saying? So my cars are available 24/7, ready to go at an hour notice, almost anywhere in the whole Metroplex. I am in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I service the whole Dallas-Fort Worth area, both airports, DFW and Love Field. I service both downtowns, both high-end hotels, the Omni of both Fort Worth and Dallas, all the high-end uptown hotels. Hey, I drive this thing to Oklahoma. You need to. You hear me? And I offer unlimited miles. A lot of people put a cap on their miles, and it's smart that way. They probably get a little bit more revenue that way, but I have literally had customers tell me that they booked me because of my reviews and the fact that I have unlimited mileage on my cars. So for me, that's how I kind of differentiate. I don't think I said that right. Oh well, I'm hood and country, so forgive my pronunciation. And I always go with sporty looking cars with blackout packages or kind of real nice packages. None of my cars are the entry level. All of them have some type of updated trim or something to give them that pop. And that's another thing that makes Turo different than most rental companies. With most rental companies, you gotta take whatever they give you or whatever is available. Turo, you can pretty much pick whatever car you want. If it's available during the time that you need it and you're willing to pay that price, you can pick whatever car you want to need. Do I love Turo? I got a love-hate relationship with Turo. Love-hate relationship. So, what we gonna cover on Turo 365? I'm gonna bring you behind the scenes on the day-to-day operations of Turo from A to Z. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna go from month 1 all the way up to month 12. So I'm gonna cover the whole first year. I'm gonna talk about the money. I'm gonna talk about my fleet. I'm gonna talk about the bad, ugly, the good, and we're gonna really figure out if Turo's worth it. Because I've actually heard people say Turo ain't worth it. And my opinion on if Turo is worth it. Y'all gonna have to tube in. Y'all gonna have to tube in and find out in a couple episodes. I gotta leave with a cliffhanger. I want y'all to watch. I want you to learn, and I want you to make a good decision as being a Turo host. And we're gonna get into the side of renting from Turo, because I actually have rented from Turo too. So not only am I a host, I have actually also used the service. I'm just talking over my words today, y'all. I'm sorry. We're gonna dive in. It's gonna be raw. It's gonna be uncut. It's gonna be unedited. So y'all gotta forgive me. I don't have no camera crew. And let me be real with you. I'm not gonna go buy one. I'm not gonna go hire one. I'm always trying to buy people. I'm not gonna go hire one. I'm not gonna go hire a camera crew and an editor yet, and visuals and audio. Hey man, this is individual TV, ITV 10, individual TV on 10. So we just coming to you off the cell phone. Just raw off the cell phone. Turo 365. We gonna dive in. Is it worth it? What kind of cars go? The crazy, the wonderful customers, the repeat customers, the insurance, the coverage, the maintenance. Hey, we going in A to Z. We're going to talk about everything Turo. See y'all next time. I don't know when I'm going to be posting yet. I want to say Tuesday or Thursday so we can make it cute. Turo Thursday, Turo Tuesday. You know what? I got y'all. I'm going to drop every Tuesday and every Thursday. We just going to do it like that. We're going to keep it simple. I'm dropping every Tuesday and every Thursday, Turo 365. Man, look, we're going to do tips and trips, tips and tricks. We're going to do tips and tricks. We're going to do Q&A. So y'all can put comments, send questions in the comments. Y'all can send me questions in the email at italk@itv10.com. In the subject line, just put Turo, I got questions. Turo 365, where we at? Turo something, just let me know you're talking about Turo, okay? Then I already have some questions that I get asked all the time. And I'm going to drop an episode per question, which allows y'all to comment, give feedback. And I know it's going to be some more experienced, tenured Turo hosts that are going to be watching. Y'all help me answer some of these questions. Y'all help me educate me on the things I don't know about Turo. See, I'm only at like 225 trips. I know for a fact there's at least one guy with over 5,000 trips. So, me compared to him, I'm still a rookie. You feel me? I'm just going into my sophomore year. You feel me? But I done had some good, some bad, some ugly, man. And I was at a pinnacle point of, should I just sell my fleet off and get out of Turo? Or should I expand my fleet and see if I can make Turo really do what it's supposed to do? Because nobody sets up these platforms where you can sell and rent out things for you not to make money. Of course, they want to make money. You know, so they're providing the community and the customer and the platform for you to make money. But they want you to be successful too, because they don't make no money unless you on the platform with your cars and you making money. So it's a partnership, you know what I'm saying? When you working with Turo or you a Turo host, you really got to look at it as a partnership. You feel me? You can't look at it like just a side hustle, or I'm just doing this just to make a little ends. I mean, I guess you can, but you really need to treat it like a real business, and you need to look at Turo as a partner, because you really out there on your own. I'm gonna be the Turo host to tell you, you really out there on your own. Like in any business though, anytime you set up a business, you're taking the risk of fraud, scammers. You're taking the risk of getting bad products from your supplier, your logistics going wrong, shipments getting lost. You open the lawsuits. Anytime you open a business, talking about whether you providing a service or a product, you're opening yourself up to risk and litigation. You feel me? So that's gonna be the first thing. Is Turo worth it? It all depends on who you are and what you can muster and what you can handle. You know what I'm saying? And how professional can you be? And how outside of the box can you think? And are you willing to take on the risk that it takes to pretty much run any business and take it up to a successful point? So, sorry this video's been so long. I'm gonna try to keep all the videos 6 to 10 minutes long. Dropping every Tuesday, every Thursday, 6 to 10 minute long videos covering everything about Turo from A to Z. And we going in. We cool? We cool?